Hello friends, we will taking up an extension to the foreign trade policy that we were discussing in the earlier video. Foreign trade policy, also known as the EXIM policy, and the current version is known as 2015 to 20. We further given an extension of 1 year due to the corona lockdown that were imposed last year. So the EXIM policy. Now, what are the main points of EXIM policy drafted in 2015 and 20? It was the simplification of the reward schemes. Earlier, there were around 5 reward schemes that were integrated into one reward scheme, and we got merchandise export from India scheme and service export from India scheme. The merchandise is getting exported and they are earning foreign exchange. The services are getting exported and they are earning the foreign exchange. However, currently MEIS is not into picture and there is new scheme ROTP. We will taking up these details in the later videos. However, coming to the next point, that the boost to make in India should be there. Those products which are getting exported have high domestic content, they get more rewards. The trade facilitation and ease of doing business should be implemented. Facilitation and encouraging export of dual use items. These dual use items must be used for the civil as well as military. There is an important topic and that is SCOMET. SCOMET means special chemical, organism, material, equipment, technologies. Export of these particular type of items must be given more importance. Now, ease of doing business. Under ease of doing business, the digitalization, e-governance came into picture, online filing, and more importantly we got e-Sanchit, mainly a paperless regulation for uploading all the documents that we require in the foreign trade. Moving further ahead, we get changes often every year, like we get IEC from DGFT. The regional authority of the DGFT issues importer-exporter code. This importer-exporter code is used for foreign trade by every importer and exporter. However, recently we came notification that we have to update our data in IC every year for it to remain valid. Now, proceeding ahead, certain duty exemption schemes, updated and notified every year in foreign trade policy. The trade dispute committee is formed. Objective of the foreign trade policy is improvement of export. More and more export takes place, more and more foreign exchange is earned. However, the objective of the foreign trade policy is also getting new and new ports. So last year we got 2 new ports. One is the Calicut Airport at Kerala and another is the Arkonam ICD at Tamil Nadu. So we got the 2 new ports. The declaration of these ports done as through the foreign trade policy. Also, since we need to increase the export, so there are certain duty-free tariff preference that also be notified in the foreign trade policy. However, for increasing the export, we need to identify that which are the particular areas or the towns which are exporting in higher quantity. So these towns are given the towns of are being termed as a town of export excellence. Recently, Bhimavaram, in Andhra Pradesh, and Vishakhapatnam has been notified as the towns of export excellence. However, the industry clusters that are formed all over India at several places, like Bhadoi is there for the carpet export, these industry clusters must be focused, and more facilitation must be provided and must be accessed for increasing the export in India. The basic objective of foreign trade policy is increasing of export, however, and the balance of import. However, there are certain prohibited and restricted items which must be also controlled. In the case of export, the sandalwood or the red sandals, skin of wild birds, etc. These are the prohibited items. Similarly, for the import, we have certain products which are prohibited, that is the skin of wild birds. Similarly, if we see the restricted items, they are used tires, R22 gas, which is generally the ozone depletion, and for the import we have the live cows. No, I think is quite different. In the import it is R22 gas, because generally the refrigerant and the other things gets imported and they cause the ozone depletion. So the import of R22 gas and other things are restricted, while the export of vintage vehicles is restricted. However, the foreign trade policy also talks about that what has to be managed and how, like MEIS scheme got abolished and another scheme came into picture. Also, it talks about certain canalization agencies, like State Trading Corporation is there and the Indian Oil Corporation is there. So for this, the foreign trade policy says that the import of petroleum products has to take place through Indian Oil Corporation, and the export of petrol products has to take place through the Indian Oil Corporation. These are the canalization agencies, and they determine that certain products are imported and exported through these agencies. We will taking up further topics in the later videos. Thank you.